Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 50. My name is Jason Rippling. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyandSellDVC.com.
And so again, it's January 19th, 2022. Your 11-month window is going to be December 19th, 2022. Your 7-month window is August 19th, 2022. Just a friendly reminder, DVC-Rental, Buy and Sell DVC. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook group. We're on YouTube, of course. We have 2 channels. One channel, DVC-Rental, a bunch of followers. Buy and Sell DVC, we don't have quite 1,000 yet. We're trying to get to 1,000. I thought maybe the tie in 2022 would help, because I have the new hairstyle going too. So we're trying to get to 1,000 followers on Buy and Sell. So please, subscribe on the Buy and Sell side as well, even if you're on the DVC-Rental side. And a friendly reminder at the beginning of the show, because Scott's wearing his Disney Cruise line. If you're looking to book a Disney cruise, Scott's team can help out with that as well. They can book it for you. They can do everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually just got back from a Disney cruise, and we're going to be talking about that in a couple weeks.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. So first thing we're going to talk about is Disney. I'm sure you're aware. Disney, the trading company they are now with, is Interval International.
Yep.
So is this big news? Is this, what? I mean, to me, it's just news. Because in the beginning, Disney was with Interval International. Then Disney was with RCI, Resorts Condominiums International. And now they are back with Interval International. So, and one thing I discovered just 1 minute before filming this episode is Scott has never stayed at a RCI or II resort that wasn't Disney Vacation Club.
Yeah,
so
never did the trade, never really did it. So it doesn't affect me at all. I go, went from Interval International to RCI back to Interval, and I'm going,
So
hasn't changed much of me.
These resorts are probably going to call him, see if they can get him to do a resort review, because
we accept all sponsorships. So if anybody in Aruba, St. Martin, I'd love to go to Europe. You want to go to Europe?
Sure.
Italy, Ireland, somewhere. If he wants to come and try to get people to move their DVC points over to you guys, we could be bought very easily.
So the key thing to me with Interval International, let me ask you this: is there a key thing with you when you find out about this, or is just
not really?
Doesn't phase you at all?
When I became a DVC member, it was Interval, and I know it went to RCI, and people were not as happy because they said Interval was better. And now we've gone back to Interval, and some people, I guess, who previously were around said, "Oh yeah, Interval is better," and a lot of people are upset, going, "I have all these points deposited in RCI. What do I do now?"
So for me, the key thing with Interval International is that Marriott is in Interval International.
Okay.
So if you're for example, if you're going to a vacation destination, well, first of all, when it comes to RCI and Interval International and you're trying to exchange, just remember that if you're going to a vacation destination, there's probably going to be something in Interval International there that's going to give you options. But if you're I'm just going to use it, if you're say, well, we have family that we're trying to visit in Iowa, let's see if there's an Interval International there near Des Moines. It's not going to happen. But if you want to go skiing in Colorado, you're going to have different options for going there. But the key thing for me is that Marriott's involved, and some of these places, like Marriott Cypress Harbor, that is a resort that's in Orlando. Now, again, these are not places that you're going to exchange to, but I'm just saying that, I've stayed at Marriott Cypress Harbor for a week, and, it's a very nice resort. It's large. I remember I like the wood floors, but it's a nice resort.
You like the wood floors?
What?
You like the wood floors?
I like the wood floors there. It was very spacious and everything. Now, one thing I did when I looked at this page, I'm looking at the different resorts on Interval International, is on this page the first place says Marriott's Beach Place Towers. I don't know if you're familiar with that at all.
No.
But Marriott's Beach Place Towers like that resort has a very high utilization rate. Like the owners there, I believe it's like 92% of the owners that own there use it there.
Really?
So if you talk to someone and they're like, oh, exchanging doesn't ever work. I can't ever get into Beach Place Powers. Well, if that's the only resort you're trying to get into, you're probably never going to get into there because the people the people that own there, they use it there, and which is the case with Disney as well. Like if you're watching this video, you may have already fast forwarded past this part because you're like Scott and you're never going to use your points for anything other than Disney Vacation Club. And really the thing with RCI, again, Disney was with RCI, when everything happened March 2020, that's when the most people got exposed to RCI because they didn't know what to do with their points. So,
rent them out.
Rent them out while
It's
resorts
better
were
than
closed, So a lot of people deposited their points on RCI because it was kind of what the crowd was doing. Like everyone said, well, deposit the points so you don't lose them. And now people are, but other than that, I mean, again, you may never have to exchange into this. And let me find the point chart here real quick. This was hopefully, so the point chart, Interval International point chart for DVC members, it has an elite season, a premier season, a select season, and it did say, for a studio, for a full week in the slowest season, you could get it was 50 points. Now, I'm not even sure where the resorts still make studios. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with Orange Lake Resort. So,
I don't think so.
Okay, so if you're at Animal Kingdom and you're staying out at the lot at Kidani Village or Jambo House, you're very close to Orange Lake Country Club, which is the largest single site timeshare in the world. Now, I don't believe that they're with Interval International, but the reason I mention them is because of studios. That's the only resort I know that has dedicated studios. So the people that own studios at Orange Lake, they try and exchange their studio for studios at other resorts, and they end up getting 2 bedrooms because the resorts, they don't have studios. So anyway, but the point chart, it goes from, if you want to say, the most common thing at these other resorts is going to be a 2-bedroom.
Okay.
So 2-bedroom at a peak time, I'm assuming that's skiing in Colorado. I'm not a skier, so.
I'm not either.
Okay.
I've gone skiing. I'm just not a big skier. Too cold and not great at it.
So the peak time for that, it's going to be 260 points. Premier for a 2-bedroom is 230 points. Now, I mean, to me, that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
230 points, and
you're reasonable.
You get in a 2-bedroom at a premier time. So if you want
to, if you're at a grid resort, that's great. If you're in the middle of nowhere, maybe that's a great of a trade.
And the thing about it is some people get concerned with, well, RCI has, say, 4,000 resorts. II only has 2,000 resorts. But I mean, again, I don't know what kind of vitamins you're taking, but most people are only going to have X amount of vacations in their lifetime. So you may only be looking at going
5 of those places.
Right. So your concern is not really the amount of the big number. It's just where do you want to go and when you want to go. And I don't know.
Again, I don't know a ton about this, honestly, but again, I have heard that Interval International does have better options. So yeah, maybe RCI has more, but Interval has better choices. So again, not my area of expertise, but as Jason was saying, sometimes it's not the quantity of it, it's the quality.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to, to me, it has the Marriott's in there. Like, I will tell you this, I live in an area which is called Hunters Creek. So if you take Magical Express to the resorts, or now it's not, you just take the Mears Transportation. Sorry, I don't know if I get fined in 2022 for saying Magical Express. But if you take the Mears Transportation to your resort, you're taking 417. You're going right over Hunters Creek. So when my in-laws come from Ohio to visit, a lot of times they stay. It just so happens that even though we live in a residential area, the Marriott Lakeshore Reserve and the JW is my parents live 7 miles away from my house. In between my house and my parents' house is the Marriott Lakeshore Reserve. and that is in Interval International. That's where my in-laws typically stay if they're coming for a week or two.
Oh, nice.
Because it's right by our house. But now, this latest time, they stayed at Marriott's Grand Vista because they couldn't get into Lakeshore Reserve. Grand Vista, again, is in Interval International. Again, Lakeshore Reserve, Grand Vista, very nice resorts. Now, our sons, 12 and 10, they had way more activities at Grand Vista for my kids. So now they want my in-laws to stay there moving forward because of the activities. But anyway, yeah, you're not going to have an issue if you're going to exchange through II. I mean, majority of the time, you're going to be staying in a Marriott, or let's just see, I believe Westin is in here as well. Sorry, I'm scanning here. Okay, yeah, so Westin Kierland Villas, that's in Scottsdale. And I will tell you, I've stayed there as well.
You get around.
That's a very nice resort. And I will tell you this, that is actually the resort where the Patriots stayed when they played in the Super Bowl against the Giants helmet catch. So the after the Patriots stayed there and lost, my wife and I stayed there as well. And that's a very nice resort. Again, there's high. I don't think that there's any place in the II that you're going to stay. Well, now that I say that, I see that Westgate Town Center is on here. That may not be on people's list as being a top resort, but I would choose the Marriotts or the Westins when you're looking to, go on your travels. And like I say, when you're going to a vacation destination, there's going to be a lot of different options.
Yeah, he's just going through pages and pages of resorts right now. So
I'm just seeing if anything pops out that but there's options. Like some people do buy into DVC and they want to do all the exchanges. And of course, this is all available even if you buy resale. Yeah. Like, some people get confused on that. Well, I don't have access to Interval International if I buy resale. No, 100% you have access. So have I rambled on too much about Interval International or
probably.
Okay.
But it's okay.
Do you have a better feel of it? Like or not?
I think so. I mean,
okay, because there is a point chart, and maybe I can do a blog about it so you can see the point chart on the different resorts. But
that sounds good. I'll definitely check this out sometime because it's one of those things that I don't typically think about, and maybe I should.
And then I mean, just to mention the DVC Rental. Unfortunately, if someone does have points deposited with Interval International DVC Rental,
you cannot do anything with them. Yeah.
So. Wait, what are we on to?
It's going to be on the food review.
We're on to the food review already? Oh, my.
Already?
I feel...
We're talking for 45 minutes. All right, Ty, cue it up, buddy.
Come here, I'm going to eat you. Get in my belly.
So, for today's food review, I'm going to go to one of, I think, my best kept secrets on Disney property. Jason can't see it. It's Big River Grill and Brewing Works at the Boardwalk. We're going to be discussing the Brewers Cobb salad today. It's $15.99. Big chunks of grilled chicken, mixed greens, bacon, blue cheese, avocado, tomatoes, and eggs. I prefer it with blue cheese dressing. They have a really, really good blue cheese dressing there. Get nice chunks of, again, big chicken and bacon and avocado. Brown Derby, Disney's Brown Derby at Hollywood Studios is like famous for their Cobb salad. Honestly, this Cobb salad blows it away. The one at Brown Derby, they dice up everything and they make it so small that it's almost like a mush. Honestly, if we're comparing Cobb salads, I'd give their Cobb salad a 4.2. This is getting an 8.2. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, everybody talks about the Brown Derby's Cobb salad. It's probably one of the worst Cobb salads I've ever had in my life. And I like Cobb salad. This is fantastic. Plus, what's really nice is that they do have the option. And it's also a microbrewery. I'm not a big drinker, but they do have lots of different like microbrews and beers on tap. And so if you enjoy alcohol, this is a great place for you as well. Not my thing. That's okay. And plus, they have options to sit outside where you're overlooking the boardwalk and Crescent Lake, which is really, really nice. And that's what my wife and I try to do because I didn't bring the kids.
I was just going to ask.
Two or three times ago, I brought the kids because we actually had dinner here with the Maliks as well, who run WDW Review. And we had dinner there with them and we ate inside. But what I like to do is one of my favorite things is, again, you could find this on Open Table, which is really nice. So it's not even on the Disney Dining app. It's on the Open Table app. So there's almost always availability left here, day of. And we like to go there, sit outside, because I absolutely love Boardwalk and the ambiance of Boardwalk. And I love to go there, sit outside, overlooking the water. You're having the boats go by, people are walking. It's just like a little, like, I don't want to say it's not street atmosphere, but I mean, you're sitting out there and it's super relaxing. One of my absolute favorite things. And it's never a restaurant that most people consider when they're booking Disney dining reservations. It's very under the radar. Brewers Cobb, $15.99. Again, discounts for DVC and annual pass holders. And an 8.2, one of the best Cobb salads I've ever had.
And then okay, sorry. And
Go
then the Cobb salad at Brown Derby, that's never made it into a food review, right?
There's a reason it hasn't made it into the food review.
Okay.
Honestly,
It was a bonus food review then.
what did I say? 4.2.
4.2.
4.2. I had it once, probably 2 or 3 years ago, and they don't even have blue cheese dressing there. So I had to have it. I think with their ranch, but that's the thing that people like rave about their Cobb salads, and I've almost never been so disappointed in something I ate because it was not good. And this is absolutely fantastic. So check it out. Don't tell a lot of people because I want to be able to still get reservations day of.
Now,
And you sit inside. I outside's for me. There's only a couple spots outside, and I can't have everybody taking our spots.
Now we're on to your DVC rental again.
All right. So right now we are in our busy season, as Jason knows, and a lot of you know. I want to point out that we need DVC points. We have a ton of reservations coming in. So if you're a DVC member, your dues are technically due 4 days ago, but they give you an extension to go for another month or so. But if you've just paid your dues, rent out the points, get them back, get that money back. Again, we'll take very good care of you. But our check availability tool is something that we incorporated last year. Much easier to use than ever before. You just put your dates in there. It'll automatically tell you every single resort that's available. It'll give you pricing right on the main page. It'll give you a picture of the room, pictures around the resort, layout of the room, a list of the amenities and pools. And instead of sitting there and having us check availability and waiting for us to check and email you back and then back and forth, everything is right at your fingertips. Super simple, easy to do it from your phone. Everything can be done, within under a minute. You can sit there, put in your dates, find what you want, click the Book Now tool, and then we'll go out and we'll secure the reservation for you. So it's not booked right away because DVC members do have to book these rooms. So you can get it into us. It gets it to us much quicker and much higher chance of us being able to get the room for you because you've gotten it in quicker instead of having us check the rooms and then we check back a half hour later and then you finally say, let's book the room. And it's just so much back and forth. This gets it done super, super simple, right from your phone, right from your laptop. And again, all this extra stuff in front of you with pictures and layouts and everything. So just busy time of year. If you're planning on going right now in 2022, you're going to want to start booking stuff now because again, as Jason mentioned, the 11-month window is December 19th. So we're right before Christmas. If you're thinking of going Christmas, book it now because Christmas, as you know, is a busy week. It's going to start selling out. So get in touch with us as fast as you can just because this stuff does sell out. The DVC rooms sell out much faster than regular Disney rooms because they're so much less expensive. So don't drag your feet if possible. Get it in as fast as you can.
And one thing I'll mention is if you're a member and you're renting out your points, majority of people already do this, but you just want to supply the login and password information to DVC-Rental because you don't want to be doing extra work and you go to book and it's not there. They can book it right away for them. It's much easier that way. The members that do that are the happiest members.
Yeah, it's never mandatory. And there are people who are nervous about giving out the logins and passwords, and that's absolutely understandable. But if we do have your login and password, they will rent out faster. And again, as Jason mentioned, we take care of all the work for you. So it'll save you a lot of time. It'll save you a little bit of aggravation. So again, that's always an option as well.
Plus, if you're a member that owns 13 contracts and you say only use contract 006 and the 602 points on that contract or something, then DVC-Rental is, that's what they're going to do when they have your login and password to make sure.
Absolutely. We've been booking rooms for a long time. We know what we're doing. So you just tell us what you want to do. Or if you say, I've got beach club points. I have 250. I only want to rent out 100 of them. We'll rent out 100 of them. We'll get as close as possible. We'll contact you and say, hey, you willing to go 3 points over? That will rent them all out. But again, you never force to rent all of your points. You just tell us exactly what you want to rent, and we'll take care of it for you. And if you have poly points and beach club points, we are especially in need of those right now. So please, dvc-rental.com. We'll take very good care of you and get those points rented quickly.
Oh, I just have a follow-up question from the Interville International section. Have you been to Arizona at all or no?
No.
No, okay.
I'm trying to think. I've been in New Mexico. I'm trying to think. I never even landed in Arizona. I don't think. But yeah, never been in Arizona.
Okay. Because
you've been everywhere apparently.
Well,
right?
Arizona's not everywhere, but I just want to say that when you go to Arizona, and again, I'm from Iowa originally, moved to Orlando December of '97. So when you go to Arizona, everyone's like, they say, oh, you're gonna love the dry heat. You're gonna love the dry heat. You're gonna love it. They just. And so we went there in the middle of September, and when you come to Orlando, there's never any warning signs or anything about the heat when you check in, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing. We check into this resort, they have warnings like all over the nightstand. Like if you're gonna go outside, like jogging, be sure to do it like before the sun rises or after the sun sets. And I'm just gonna tell you that I was not a fan of the dry heat. My head was on fire the whole time there. So anyway, if you're in Arizona and you love the dry heat, then that's perfect. And also, if you've been at some of these Interval International resorts and you like it and you want to recommend, please leave it in the comment section.
Absolutely.
Stayed here or avoid here. Places you recommend avoiding. And again, be sure buy and sell DVC. Let's get the subscribers up to 1,000. Let's do it. And we can't wait to see where Scott's going to eat. Because what did he tease about eating? He teased about a cruise, I think.
I teased about a cruise coming up very soon.
Okay. So we'll hopefully see you back next week for episode 51. Thanks again.
Have a wonderful day.